we're back with day 5 of League's 5 reveals. And today's is kind of a long, confusing looking update, but it's really simple. It boils down to a lot of component items, such as the Dragon Hunter Lance, are now auto dropped instead of needing to collect all the components from different regions, which helps to free up your choice a little bit. It's also showing you what items are available from every region. And if you look closely, you can see things like on the Tormented Demons, the Ember Light. You would have originally had to take Zaya and I think also Desert, but I could be wrong on that one. But now with the Tormented Synapse drop from Tormented Demons, you can just directly make an Ember Light without needing any other region for it. So there isn't a whole lot of changes to Lumbridge and Kramja, but that's the main one I seen. For the desert, the key changes are coming from the Leviathan, where you'll be able to get the ring drop directly from the Leviathan, as well as the Soul Reaper axe pieces, which I believe was also a thing in last league. So you could just get the entire Soul Reaper axe from one boss. Additionally, you can also get the scythe and the twisted bow from Tomes of Masket, which was already known. In Mauritania, you get the Brimstone boots now. Sorry, the Tourmaline boots. In Mauritania, you can now get the Tourmaline boots from the Grotesque Guardian instead of needing, I believe, the Brimstone boots to go with it, or something. It's kind of a garbage item. And you can also get the Araxor amulet, the Rancor amulet, without needing Zenite jewelry, which is a nice quality of life update, especially if you're not taking Fremennik, which I think a lot of people will be. In addition, another big update that was making me want to take the Wilderness was the offhand ward that you could get from that. Would be nice because I don't think I had a whole lot of offhand choices available with what I was thinking about taking. And you would need to take Asgarnia in the past to get the Dragon Defender alongside the Avernic Defender, but now the Avernic Defender can be gotten directly from Theater of Blood without the need for a Dragon Defender. The one of the big changes comes in Kourend, where you can now make the Dragon Hunter Lance and the Ferocious Gloves and the Bone Crusher necklace without the need for other regions. In the past, the Dragon Hunter Lance was always sought after as an item that you would have wanted for Zaya and Raids 1 and other bosses like Vorkath, for instance. But in order to get the Dragon Hunter Lance, you needed specific regions. I believe you needed Kandarin. I want to say you needed Fremennik, and you also needed Zaya. And now you just need Zaya in order to get the Dragon Hunter Lance, because that weapon has the ability to be very powerful against dragons, especially with all the added league buffs. And now you only need Zaya. Additionally, the Kodai wand is also available without the need for like the Master wand from the desert. In Zelra, you no longer get a magic fang drop. You get a toxic trident instead, so you don't need any other regions to make the toxic trident of the seas. So you don't need Kandarin or anything to make a toxic trident. You just get the trident from Zelra themselves, and it's the toxic variant, so it's more powerful. Which also, again, further solidifies that Kandarin is even less necessary. They're really trying their best to make it obsolete this season, I think. We'll see if they can fix it as the leaks continue. In the wilderness, there doesn't appear to be any changes as far as this update's concerned, so this is just going to show you what you can get from the wilderness, which is still very good because you have the Void Waker, you have Spirit Shields, you have the Abi Shields, not Abi, the magical and range variants of the Abi Shield. You have the Ring of the Gods. You have, I think, you have the Dragon Pickaxe, but you have the Kopesh and the Ward, which I think are still very powerful choices, and I still rate them highly. The main changes that are coming to Fremennik are at the Duke, who, similar to the Leviathan, drops the ring directly now, but for Fremennik, I think is less great because of the powerful jewelry you get from the powerful ring jewelry in particular that you get from the Dagon of Kings. That is just far superior to that ring. But it's still neat, and especially if you're still trying to get that ring, it can hold over for a little while. As well as the additional axe pieces from the Soul Reaper axe from the Duke. That's the only major changes that come to Fremennik are with the Desert Treasure 2 bosses. In Kandarin, nothing. Just the sad down there is all. There's really not a lot to talk about with Kandarin. There's nothing different. Looking at it right now, it just looks like a really really bad region. I think they could maybe there's a relic that'll make it so everything is weak to your magic attacks, so that way the devil attack or the devil offhand is effective against everything you're fighting. Maybe that could save it, but other than that, this region is currently still dead, and this update didn't help change that opinion of really anybody. In Asgarnia, there really also wasn't a whole lot of changes. The big ones were from Cerberus. Now you can get the magic boots as a drop from Cerberus because you would need infinity boots from the desert in the past to make them. But the Ranger boot upgrade and the Dragon boot upgrade are both still in stone form, so you still need to collect those items if you want to make those boots. It's only for the magic boots. As well as the Whisper at the bottom there, you can see the ring also drops. The Whisperer is yet another Desert Treasure 2 boss, so it's very similar to the previous two I discussed, where you get all the Soul Reaper axe parts as well as the ring drop itself instead of needing Dagonoth Kings to get the ring part. And finally, you have Varlamore. And if people are unaware, Vardorvis was moved to Varlamore for uh, this league, and so the only major changes here come in the form of again a Desert Treasure 2 boss just directly dropping the ring upgrade or the ring itself rather than the ring upgrade, and you also have the other axe pieces all dropping from him as well. Additionally, you have some boots up there. I believe it's the Echo boots, and you don't need the Brimstone boots or whatever boot you can make the Echo boots without any other part. It comes directly as a drop instead of getting the Echo Crystal from Fortis Coliseum. So overall, today's updates were pretty big again. Mainly, I think Zaya gets a big upgrade with the Dragon Hunter Lance. I think that's the biggest thing for this update is the Dragon Hunter Lance. There are a few other notable exceptions, and if you aren't taking Fremennik, it is really nice to be able to make all the Desert Treasure 2 boss rings for the specific boss if you happen to take one of those regions. So you still have powerful jewelry access without Fremennik if that's what you choose. And unfortunately, Kandarin is still dead in the water. So that's the main leak of the day. Just all of these items are now dropping fully completed without the need to take other regions to fix them. What do you guys think of today's update? Let me know in the comments below.